Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 11 returns with a surprisingly heartfelt story by author Jack Ory. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 has been hit or miss. Sometimes it's silly, even bordering on slapstick, while other times it hits me in the feelings. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 11 was one of the more heartfelt episodes, which is a good sign for the tone of the second half of the season. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 11 picked up my favorite arc of the season, Jim's retirement. I know the series is supposed to be about Georgie and Mandy's relationship. That's baked into the title. Still, it's always stronger when Jim's retirement and search for meaningful activity are front and center. Although I'm nowhere near retirement age, I relate to Jim's realizing that his life has changed and that he doesn't know what to do with himself now that he's not in the career he's focused on for years. That's why I've loved this storyline from the beginning, and Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 Episode 11 offered the logical next step for him. Audrey's inability to put up with retired Jim's constant need for togetherness was unsurprising. Their marriage works best when they have sufficient time apart to appreciate each other. Too much time together means too many opportunities to get on each other's nerves. Plus, what Jim was looking for was so much 24/7 togetherness but structure. He needed a shape to his days now that he was working. We love comedies with heart. We take them seriously when we write about them. If that's your thing too, you won't want to miss our newsletter. Hit the subscribe button in the upper right so you never miss an article. That's why Mandy loved the idea of him spending time at the store again. It would make her dad feel purposeful, give him a structure to his days again, and give Audrey and Mandy badly needed space. Plus, it would stop the police from complaining about his birdwatching being mistaken for perversion. As a side note, that joke about accidental accusations of perversion was funny because that was the way things were in the early 1990s, but it also hits strangely considering current events and discussions about sexual abuse being ignored or not taken seriously. The tension of Jim working for Georgie's is meant to be a long arc, so the store setup had to be established on Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 11. Still, it seems like it would make more sense for him to focus on the computer class and other skills he could learn at free community classes rather than hanging around the store all the time. Additionally, the computer snafu was predictable. As soon as Jim sat down at that computer, I knew he was going to delete something, although I didn't predict it would be the entire inventory. The joke still worked even though it was predictable though. It was also extremely relatable. It's a bit of a stereotype that older people have trouble with new technology. Plenty of folks over 65 use social media and smartphones nowadays. Did you think Jim's computer error was funny? Hit the comments with your thoughts, and don't forget to share this article with your friends. Still, in the 1990s, any type of computerized system was new, and people who had been used to doing things like inventory control manually had to adapt to an entirely new way of doing things. Plus, computers were nowhere near as fast as they are today. There was no broadband internet, and processors could only handle limited amounts of data, so the beat where the computer took forever to load was hilarious for me as someone who remembers that speed being standard in the era. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 11 didn't have much of a secondary story. There were some cute moments with Shishi saying no to everything, but nothing that rose to the level of a story, and Audrey's attempts to relax and Connor's insistence on naming the birds and giving them backstories were also more of running jokes than stories. Sometimes, though, you don't need a lot of stories competing with each other. This was one of those times. If we had had 3 full stories, the episode would have felt top-heavy and too overwhelming to follow. Ordinarily, I would have been annoyed that we didn't have much of Connor, as he is perpetually underused. This time, though, it was his story, and he worked best as a background character. As for Audrey, I'm sure her need for more balance and less Jim will continue to play out over the rest of the season. What did you think, Georgie and Mandy fanatics? Whether you loved or hated the mid-season premiere, I want to hear from you. Hit the thoughts with your comments. And don't forget to share this article with your friends so they can join the conversation. Vote in our poll below to rank the episode. No account? Register here, forgot password. If you enjoyed this article, check out our thoughts on other shows in the Big Bang Theory franchise, including Young Sheldon. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage airs on CBS on Thursdays at 8/17 and streams on Paramount Plus on Fridays. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 has been hit or miss. Sometimes it's silly, even bordering on slapstick, while other times CBS has revealed its early renewals for 2026-27. Here's what's safe, what's ending, and which shows could still be in danger. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage's mid-season finale was way heavier on conflict than on comedy. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage season TV Fanatic is searching for passionate contributors to share their voices across various article types. Think you have what it takes to be a TV fanatic? Click here for more information and next steps. Posted unpublished. February 26, 2026. Jack Ory is a senior staff writer for TV Fanatic. His debut young adult novel, Reinventing Hannah, is available on Amazon. Categories: reviews.